Good morning and welcome to my tips for the Australian racing for the 14th of May 2025. Let's have a quick look at how we did yesterday. The lays were basically break even. We made a whole $3.65, mainly dragged down by the less than tab price lays that lost $25. If we have a look at the backs, we made $55, so overall we ended up with just short of $60 on the day, which is good to see a profit, but it's a very small profit. It's basically a break-even day. It was a Tuesday, we only had 2 meetings, there wasn't much happening. Looking at Wednesday, the tab has done a much better job of getting some races up. So we have Pinjarra, Bendigo and Randwick. We do not have Ipswich or Murray Bridge, so that's the two that they have decided they are not going to be putting up today. So we won't have any tips for those two places, given I put the tab price in here and we use that as a filter or a way of comparing it to the Betfair prices, which is where we bet. So let's have a look at the selections for today. Zoom in to make it easier to read. So calling out the 61 plus and starred selections. Race 1, we've got number 8 and number 7. Race 2, we have numbers 10, 9, 7 and 11. Nothing in race 3 or 4. Race 5, we have number 11. Race 6, we have number 14. Race 7, we have number 3. And there's nothing in race 8. That's it for Bendigo. Let's move to Pinjarra. Pinjarra race 1, we have number 3. Race 3, we have number 11. Race 4, we have number 5. Nothing in race 5 or 6. Race 7, we have number 12. And nothing in race 8. Okay, moving to Randwick. Nothing in race 1. Race 2, we have numbers 13 and 14. Nothing in 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7. Race 8, we have number 12. And there's nothing in race 9. Okay, let's go have a look at the backs for the day, which is probably more where people are following, to tell the truth. Let's have a look at what we have. So we have no starred selections at Bendigo. There is one sub $2 there. Bendigo race 3, number 4, Vianara. Then at Pinjarra, move down. Pinjarra, we've got a starred selection there in race 7, number 6, Haida Guai at $1.70. There's also a very short one in race 1, number 1, Patron Express at $1.45. And at Randwick, we have a couple of starred selections, being race 2, number 11, Cold Gin at $3.90, and race 3, number 1, Charlie Roy at $2.10. So all up, slight profit yesterday. There's 3 meetings today. Hopefully we can get a bit more of a profit than $55. That's pretty small. We'll have to see how it goes. The 1.15 tab is by far looking as the most consistent in the backs. If we go and have a look, yeah, I have lots of numbers across the sheets. These are the ones in the backs for the 1.15. And it's been performing fairly consistently along there. This one here is the stars and above. So if you want to see how it's been trending, and this is the higher than tab. So when you have a look at these, they are winning fairly consistently. We've had a slight run in here that's been a little bit negative, but overall they're winning every few days, and this one's not losing too many days. It had a bit of a loss yesterday, but again, we only had 2 meetings. It's hard to work against the variance when you only have a couple of meetings. Okay, Hopefully the tab does go back to putting up all prices. It does seem like the norm now that they will not be doing that. It's just the erosion of choice and opportunity for punters yet again by the industry. I'm sure it was a decision by them where they're probably getting picked off on these meetings and it's not worth the time and effort to put them up early, or they're losing on those races early and therefore just decided that it wasn't economically viable for them. But it does again reduce choice for the punter, makes it it's just another hit that punters need to take, because there will be people that just rely on early bets, and do rely on looking at the form a day early because they've got work the next day and you want to see what the odds are, or you want to place your bets the night before on the tab. Because looking at a Betfair, you can put them on Betfair at BSP, but you don't know what the price will be. And just having those odds there did make it a bit earlier for that punter who liked to look the night before. It's going to be another hit to turnover probably overall. It won't be noticeable straight away. It's just a drain of that 1-2% of turnover that will start to snowball yet again. The racing industry and the participants in it do not seem to care about the punter, do not seem to care about the turnover. They're killing their golden goose, and racing is just going to fall further and further behind as a code to be betting on. But we do have sports to bet on, and they are just as easy and as hard to win at. They are just a different thing that you need to look at in a different way. But form and prices for those are up 7 days early, because AFL, NRL, there's only 8-9 games. So they can put those up. There's a lot less stuff they need to go through, whereas a horse race can have 8 or 9 horses. So it's easy for them to get the prices wrong. Okay, let's leave it there. I've had my whinge about the state of how things are. Hopefully it improves. Hopefully we can get some good turnover going into the Winter Carnival that's happening in Queensland coming up. There's quite a few Group 1s. Hopefully we can get some bets on those races, and there'll be a bit of a high turnover. Okay, thanks everyone. I'll get this video out, and thanks for watching.